92. Want to send me a text? Next chance for you to grab yourself $1,000 is going to be closer to 4:30, about 12 times each weekday for the foreseeable future. For the next few weeks, you're going to have plenty of chances every day to grab some money that we certainly hope will help out. So 4:30 is going to be the next chance for you to pay some bills, man. Hey, Sunday night, 9 o'clock on Fox. This will be a live event hosted by Elton John. It is the iHeart Living Room Concert for America. Elton John hosts, not ABBA. Who Poundcake thought Elton John was yesterday.
All right.
It was funny. It was funny. Although I was really bombarded by by people who could not fathom that Poundcake had no clue who that was.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what you want me to say.
I know. There's nothing you can say.
Yeah.
I'm merely pounding it out.
I was going to say, it's just not my taste.
It's not the first time, won't be the last.
And like I said, I didn't take anything away from his talent.
Yeah, Poundcake's an independent thinker. He's not just going to enjoy Elton John just because he's gay. He wants his music to be as terrible as Whitney Houston's. And
frankly, I'm sure that were he able to hear us, Elton John would appreciate that you weren't taking away anything from his talent.
There's plenty of gay artists that I don't like their music.
I'm sure there are. Like Scott Stapp. Let's be real.
But you do appreciate when someone is straight that dabbles.
But I like them because they're straight and they dabble, not because.
But does that make?
I mean, I like their music.
Okay.
You just appreciate that they're straight and they dabble.
Yeah, I like. In my mind, I'm like, okay, it's a fantasy. Like, I have a chance. Even though I don't, I like to think that I have a chance because I know that he's straight and he dabbles.
Gotcha.
Like the guy from Panic at the Disco.
And it's really no different than straight guys who are overshooting with hot girls. I like to think I've got a shot with her.
Yeah.
It's no different. Maybe she'll dabble in me.
Correct.
For a bit, right? And of course, who could forget the fantastic 1970s Irish band, the Dabblers? Oh, grab me shillelagh! Happy St. Patty's Day!
Oh, rub our shillelaghs together.
Oh, let's rub our shillelaghs together. Do a little docking.
A little shillelagh docking.
Oh, docking. Rocking with docking. Why not? Bend over and kiss me blardy stones. Oh, the Dabblers, boy. They never got the attention.
Danny boy.
My pipe is calling. Oh, Danny boy.
I do have a question, though, Alan, about something you said on the show yesterday about in the 80s, everybody pretty much dabbled. How come they don't have the stigma of being
When did
gay?
I say in the 80s pretty much everyone dabbled?
You said David Bowie. You said...
Oh, well, that was the 70s.
Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger. How come they don't have the stigma of being gay or whatever then?
Because I think the 70s were a very fluid time. There was disco, there was drugs, there was, all kinds of stuff.
So if we bring that back, then it's okay?
The 80s is when AIDS kicked in. So free love was over, especially in the gay community. So David Bowie, who I think was kind of on record as being bisexual, it was pretty common lore that he and Mick Jagger had at least allegedly fooled around, and neither one of them were real quick to dismiss that notion.
And there was a level of androgyny that was happening in the 70s and going into the 80s, and then just like hair metal pulled a lot from that too. So like there was a lot of you look at Motley Crue, you don't look at those guys and go, oh, those are all mans. They're all wearing tights and stuff.
That's why it was so funny in the 80s. You were like, these guys are so cool. They were slathered in makeup. I remember when a friend of mine handed me the first Poison album. It was called Look What the Cat Dragged In. And those guys, I was never really into Poison, but they were fully glammed up. And I was like, who are these chicks? Literally, he handed me the album and I go, those chicks are hot.
Twisted Sister.
He's like, they're all dudes.
Yeah, same thing.
I mean, nobody was ever going to mistake Dee Snider for a woman. But nevertheless, that's why I always found it ironic that all of the, people my age who were coming up in the 80s, if you were a fan of hair bands, but have a problem now with transgender people, at the very least, you've got some soul searching to do.
Well, I feel like now, like Gavin Rossdale, didn't he have a relationship with a transgender? Wasn't the transgender like at his and Gwen's wedding?
He supposedly
there was something
there was something along those lines. Yeah, that he had a relationship with a trans woman or something. But he also had a love child, too, that he didn't tell Gwen Stefani about. He didn't find out about it until later on.
I'm just saying. Everyone always wants to say like, oh, straight dabbling isn't a thing. I'm like, it is, and it's documented. You just don't care to look into it, or you just don't acknowledge it.
Straight dabbling. Yeah.
Yo, I'm straight dabbling.
Yo, straight dabbling, son.
Yo. Well, there's all sorts of stories and rumors and stuff like that. The NBA's rife with it. NFL's rife with it. Like, it's everywhere.
Yeah. And frankly, why not? You know?
Figure out what you like.
If you're taking care of yourself and you're not hurting anybody else, do whatever you want to do.
They are hurting other people, Alan. That stuff is contributing to the spread of coronavirus, according to Sham Waffle Maker, or whatever his name was.
Sham Waffle Maker. He's right up there with Champ Flagwatter, if you will.
What was his name?
Ralph Drollinger?
Yeah, Ralph Drollinger. Yeah, whatever. Ralph Drollinger.
Ralph Drollinger. Yeah, okay. If you want to leave us a message, you can certainly do that on the Alan Cox Show After Hours line anytime you like. That is 216-986-8903.
Alan, you have a good head on your shoulders. Bill, well, I don't know what to say about Mary. She needs a little bit of loving. Poundcake, oh boy. What can you do with him? More to come. But think of that. Love you.
I don't know what any of that was.
I don't know what that was either.
I imagine maybe he was drunk. You know, there's probably a lot of people sitting at home doing something. I don't know. Thank you for the call. No clue what that was. I was looking, though, they figured out by tweet the states that are drinking the most while they're on lockdown.
OH.
No, I'm kind of bummed. We're not up there. Not up there. We're not even in the top 10.
Well, maybe we're just not bragging about it.
Are you telling me the people in Ohio are not going to be bragging and tweeting that they're drinking at home?
I think they're used to it.
I don't think this is a state thing. I think this is an American thing.
Maybe.
And the fact that we're not in the top 10, when we were the first state, we were ahead of everybody else.
To lock down.
Yeah.
I thought we lost more jobs per capita than any other state.
I don't know. There's fewer people, in this state than other states. So, yeah, I don't know. More jobs per capita. Yeah,
I just assume everybody's already assumes this, like everyone assumes that if you're on Twitter and you're locked down, you're drunk.
If you're doing anything, if you're just locked down, you're wasted.
Yeah.
Well, we're not even in the top 10.
That's upsetting.
So
we got to step it up. So
this
I don't like the metrics for this entire thing.
I don't, because if it's just based on who's tweeting about it the most.
That's how they're measuring if people are drinking.
Well, there's no way to go into people's homes. They're looking at people who are tweeting that they're... Granted, it's not scientific, but it's one way to look at it. And so,
I drank a lot during these lockdowns, but I don't tell anybody.
You keep that inside with all your other problems. Yeah, mask it, push it down. I get it.
That's how you stay functioning.
Yeah.
You know as well as I do that you will be drunk tonight.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Phil.
I did a comedy set for a virtual bar last night.
Oh, yeah?
My buddy was on Zoom. His name's Coley. Thank you, Coley, for having me. He had like 15 people on. Everybody was drinking together. And I guess they've done this every night. They've played bingo all together one night. They did a trivia night via Zoom. They did a karaoke night.
So it's just a conference call with a bunch of people.
With a bunch of people, everybody will do, okay, guys, let's do a shot. And then everybody will do a shot together. And you're just you're at a bar.
My morning job has a virtual bar, a virtual happy hour going on right now. And you can actually sit at the tables. You can get up from the table, go to another lounge area. So it's like a virtual club. It's actually pretty lit.
It's really cool. So I was hanging out with my sister last night because it was her birthday, and he texted me. He was like, hey, we're doing kind of like this comedy virtual night. Do you want to pop in and do a set real quick? And I was like, sure. So I came on, and everybody was laughing and having a good time, and people Venmo'd after. It was really cool.
Is it weird to hear the laughter all tinny through the web, through the computer, though?
It's better than not hearing it at all.
Yeah.
Because he was like, well, I can mute everybody, and then you can just do your set. I was like, I would rather hear the laughter than just be standing in holding my phone with, I had a remote as a microphone, but it was really cool. It was fun. And everybody was in good spirits, and everybody was just wanted to hang out, It's cool.
No, I'm glad that there's an outlet for people to do that.
And
I know you guys are all pent up.
Well, and I'm saying it's cool that people are doing that together, getting together and still kind of hanging out. You know what I mean? It's just good for you to see other people. And
Google Plus was too early because they had the Google Hangouts on Google Plus, and that went away, and this would have all worked perfectly for that.
Yeah.
Google Plus was such a bust, dude. Like, I remember I
just never
came out right now.
I never used
perfect,
it.
Yeah.
I made an account because I was like, okay, this is just like how MySpace, like we had a MySpace and then it just went away. Everyone went to Facebook. I thought that was going to be the next wave. Everyone's going to leave Facebook and go to Google Plus, and it just never happened.
Alan, I would be getting drunk all the time, but I'm laid off and have no money.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like to hear that. I mean, I'll have $1,000 for you in about an hour. If you can hang on, it might be yours. No, this was a barbecue website called Seriously Smoked, and they analyzed about 500,000 tweets over the last month using keywords and phrases and hashtags, trying to figure out which states were really boozing it up. So going back 30 days, that'll predate the whole coronavirus thing.
yeah.
So Texas came in at number 1.
Yeah, they're just drinking there. I mean, that's
Just drinking. Lone Star Beer.
because they haven't even done a huge lockdown in Texas yet, have they?
No, they have not.
No. So
California, New Mexico, Hawaii, Arizona, Nevada, Louisiana, Mississippi, Idaho, Georgia.
Okay.
Ohio, not even in the top 10.
Louisiana has New Orleans, so anybody who's tweeting from Louisiana.
How do you explain
obviously.
Idaho? I know they rip it up in Coeur d'Alene,
Potato
but
vodka. Alan.
making their own. You got a point. Potato vodka.
Hawaii, everybody's on vacation, so they're tweeting about drinking in Hawaii because they're on
Yeah.
vacation. Same with California.
What about Nevada? Nothing fun happens
Vegas.
there. It's shut down.
It stays there.
no,
Whatever you
only
drink in
happens there.
Vegas
Yeah.
stays there. Georgia.
Oh, I get so drunk on
Georgia.
Christmas.
There are no big cities in Georgia.
Georgia is warm. Georgia is warm.
It is warm.
Add it to the list.
Atlanta's 70 in December. It's beautiful.
Oh, it's so nice out today.
I know. I want
It's
to be
really
outside.
nice.
I had my windows open when I was making my video.
Took my dog for a couple walks this morning.
A couple walks.
Yeah.
You went on, in the span of a morning,
Yeah.
you went on 2 separate walks.
Yeah, this
How
morning-
much time in between did you give your dog to rest up?
About 2 hours or so.
2 hours,
Yeah,
okay.
'cause
So
we-
walk number 1 happened when?
7 a.m.
7. Walk number 2 happened 9 a.m.?
9:30ish, yeah.
Wow.
But we went to the park for the second walk. It was nice,
Mm-hmm.
real nice. Lakewood Park. Great day for it. Keeping my social distance from everybody. They're like, can I pet your dog? I said, no.
Stay
Don't
away.
touch my dog.
Wow, people were asking to pet your dog?
I mean, they always do.
No, but I
They
mean,
can
right
say
now
no.
when you're supposed to stay away from people, the people are like, can I pet your dog?
These boomers, Alan, they don't know.
But they
They
wanted
don't know
you,
how to social distance.
they wanted you to let the leash out and do it? Or they want to walk right up
They
and
just
pet
want
the
to come
dog?
up and pet the dog because I don't have
Really?
you can't have a retractable leash in Lakewood. So
You can't?
No,
Why?
it's against the rules.
Why do they care if you have a retractable leash?
It chokes him.
Chokes
it's-
who?
The dog.
I think that was their.
No, that's why it's retractable, so
I
it
think-
doesn't choke.
I
them.
think
making it
the
up.
idea was because they're making it legal to have a pit bull in Lakewood, you can't have a retractable leash.
Well, fine, make that a rule for pit bulls. Rather than make the leash.
I
What
don't like.
the hell's going on in Lakewood?
No, they got rules.
Thought Lakewood was like Hipsterville or something. We're like, hey, everything goes, man.
We're all getting old.
Why do they call Lakewood Ohio's Vegas, Bill?
Do they?
Yeah.
Don't
what-
just make that up. Yeah. Hey, Joe in Philly,
Yo, what up, guys?
what's going on?
Dude, my work is trying to do this whole virtual happy hour, 15-minute coffee break, virtual room thing.
I don't like it.
I hate it.
I don't like it.
Like,
It's not for me.
Look, I got hired on to work with you people. I don't want to get to know you. I do not care what you do outside of work. I don't care what you do during work while you're at home. Just do your job. I don't care.
But there are probably people in every office though who their coworkers were kind of like their nuclear family. Those
Yeah.
are the people really putting these things together. A couple people texted me and go, "Yeah, where I work, we're doing Fopening Day." Where I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I call it an opening day.
There you go. So some people I think really need that more than guys like you and me, Joe.
Dude, I got this email, and they're like, hey, the purpose of this meeting, we just want to check in, see how the staff is doing, discuss ways we can stay connected and focused while we become accustomed to this model. Like, look,
Hey,
I
Joe.
don't...
Yeah, but they're also trying to keep people's morale up too, and I can't give anybody a hard time for that
Right,
because
and
some people really need that.
I'm with you guys, and I think it's stupid unless this endorsement that I have coming through to do a happy hour virtually comes through. In that case, I'm all for it.
Hey, this is Bill Squire for the virtual happy hour. I'll tell you what, last week I hated him. This week, love him.
Well, last week I was indifferent. This week, can't get enough.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, my virtual happy hour has just the right amount of kick.
Hey, there he is. 13 real ingredients.
Dude,
so
fake ingredients?
Real.
Go ahead, Joe.
So far, I am batting 1,000 on no pooping myself at work from home. So
That's good.
I'm doing insanely awesome.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
So far, so good then.
Jinx yourself.
Yeah,
though.
so far I'm going for that Iron Man record. That Orioles players and all. Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Cal Ripken.
Cal
Pooped his
Ripken
pants.
Jr. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Okay.
he never pooped his pants while he was playing baseball.
He never pooped his pants while he was playing baseball?
Nope.
Is that a thing that happens?
Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
He wasn't trying hard enough.
Yeah, right. He should have at least shook a turd down his leg or something while he was at bat. Okay, thank you, Joe. Stay safe.
Be safe.
All right, there's Joe in Philly, who is doing his part by social distancing himself about 450 miles from us. Hey, Steve.
Hey, guys.
What's going on?
Oh, turbulent times we're in.
Indeed.
So I was kind of looking possibly to maybe invest, and I was wondering if you had any idea of these companies that are going in the crapper, if they're going to ever bounce back. Would you have any advice, kind of what would be a good company, good companies to invest in?
Oh, I don't even know how money works. I don't. I think Clorox is probably a really good company.
They're probably
too.
really high right now.
They're probably
so he wants something that's low right now that's going to bounce back.
Buy
And
low, sell high.
I would say Ford. That's my Jim Cramer. Buy Ford? Because it's going to be low right now, but they're releasing the Bronco later this year, early next year, and that's going to be a big seller for them. So get Ford while it's low right now.
Yeah, but they're also like my brother-in-law works for GM, and he's like, we're still making trucks, so there's still people working.
I didn't say GM, Alan. I said Ford.
Well, you got money in Ford?
No.
Oh, well, what do you care?
I'm just saying Ford is the one because of the
but
Bronco.
all these auto companies now said they're going to start making respirators. They ain't going to make trucks. They're making respirators.
Still, someone's got to pay for the respirators.
Oh, I see.
So
maybe.
Also, I want everybody to MacGyver their own respirator because I have some ideas.
What about like somebody like Amazon and Google, because everybody's at home and they're just on the internet and searching, Yeah,
but those are already stocks that are sky high. I mean, they're like $500 a share.
Yeah,
so.
you want something that's dipping right now that's going to bounce back. So, like you said, Amazon and Google, they're doing okay right now. They're not going to really go that low, but something maybe like a cell phone company might be low right now and go back up, like Verizon.
Listen, I think that the best.
I have no idea what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
Bill's making it up. I'm not even going to try to waste your time, Steve. You know what I'm going to tell you to do?
What's that?
To tell you to invest in?
What?
Yourself.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, listen, there. Steve out in Cleveland Heights.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper. Well, by yourself, I mean toilet paper, Bill. Mm-hmm. Steve's nickname is Charmin.
Charmin.
All right, let me break. I have a greeting for the audience from my daughter. She wanted to address everyone. So I'll do that coming up. Copy of MLB The Show 20 if you play on the PS4. I'll hook you up with that shortly. Another $1,000 coming for you closer to 4:30. And we'll be back after these.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And every